helps with me wherever I go, so that people don't ask questions. Yeah, I used to do stand-up like a couple of years ago, but then the whole pandemic started, so we didn't do that for a while. But dating during the pandemic was pretty cool. It was like, so, like my therapist thinks that I have like codependency issues, which, I mean, look at me. It's my first time wearing overalls and I still have yet to poop with them on, and I'm very concerned about what that's going to look like. So I have codependency issues. We've established that. But my therapist said nothing about trying to find a sugar mama. And so I've been on the apps. I've been on the apps, as the young people will call them. And Empty Cup is still there. And I was talking to this 45-year-old woman, right? And I was trying to, because I feel like if you're 26 years old and you're trying to find a 45-year-old woman to pay for your rent, you've got to be a little bit clever with it. So I want to share with you what the pickup line that I used and the corresponding conversation. Okay. Here is my pickup line. My grandmother used to collect coins of all kinds. Always very sexy. Quarters, pennies, and nickels from all years. She had a very eclectic collection. But she was always missing a dime from 1975, though. I think I found it. You can use that if you want, by the way. It's fine. It's all good. What I got in response, I did not expect, though. She said, "Oh, that's smooth," which, like, yes, it is. But literally, what she says is, "LOL, you'll prom like my daughter. She'll be 21 in February." Then she links her Facebook and she links her Facebook, her Instagram, and her Finstagram. I don't want next of kin. I don't. I want my rent paid. That's what I want. Okay, you all, I saw you guys earlier, and I know you got picked on a second ago, but what is one piece of advice that you always got, like, as a kid, like mental health advice that you get as a kid that you kind of like resonates with you now?
It's just as easy to marry rich as it is to marry poor.
Just as easy to marry rich as it is to marry poor. Okay, were your parents gold diggers? What? Obviously, okay, cool. I tried that for a little bit, it didn't work, as I just said. But one of the things that I was always told is that when you're an adult, you want to be the adult, so you want to be what you needed when you were a kid. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah.
You got to be what you needed when you were a kid. But I can't turn into a fleshlight. I got a cat over quarantine.
Woo.
Yeah, lonely people. Yeah. Yep. I named him Vinny, which I think is a good cat name. I named him Vinny because his left ear is clipped, right? So I named him after Vincent Van Gogh, which is very cute. But I started reading up on Vincent Van Gogh after I named him. And you know the whole ear thing, right? Like the whole cutting the ear off and mailing it to somebody. She didn't even like him. She didn't even, there was no romantic interest whatsoever. That is such a simp move. So I named my cat after a simp. But to be fair though, like his original name was Tamale, and I didn't want to culturally appropriate, so I think I made the right choice. Where was I going to go with that? Still trying to think. So cats are sexy. Let me explain. I have a very anxious attachment style, and anything or person that ignores me for the good part of the day and then wants to cuddle at the end is for me. That's why I think cats are sexy. But I took it too far. I went to, I didn't fuck my cat, but I went to see a community theater production of Cats to test it out. And the thing is, like, I was getting ready. I was like really absurdly high for it. And I was with my best friend and his wife, and they bought the ticket, so I had nothing. I did not know anything about it going into it. But I realized as I walked in that it was actually a middle school production of Cats. The thing I thought was so sexy. So so honestly, if you're really questioning whether you are into bestiality or pedophilia, go see a middle school production of Cats. It'll definitely change your mind on that. How much time do I have?
Negative 35 seconds.
Oh really? Okay. Cool. Well, I just want to say that this is a great environment. I'm glad that I got to do it here. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm not a pedophile, not into bestiality. And my cup is still there. So. Woo!